So Hydra Dude, you're gonna hang out here. We are gonna move on to the second to last match of this Friendlies Super Show. And it's a good one. We got more tappers, but apparently one of them is very toxic in the community. I don't know how you feel about him, but we'll see how well he is tonight. Eren and Myles, the Money in the Bank match is up next. For those that don't know what that means, Money in the Bank, you see that briefcase there? It's a beautiful briefcase. First of all, I want to thank Dog, of course, the 2020 World Champion. He is under my employment. He works for the King. He makes all these beautiful title cards for us. He does all the graphics. He does an excellent job. And he made that briefcase for the King. Look at that. Look at that beautiful briefcase there. One of these guys is going to carry that briefcase. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that they can cash in Money in the Bank, which is the opportunity to play the Friendlies Champion at any time. They just show up and they say, hey, champ, I want to play you. Let's go. On a Friday night, on a Monday night, maybe even on a Thursday Euro Friendly. Who knows? They can cash in anytime. And one of them could potentially end up being the Friendlies Champion down the road. But they got to get the briefcase first. Hydra Dude, your thoughts on the toxic Eren versus the TikTok star Myles?
I think so. The thing about Eren is that he showed up on the community, and his strongest part of his play is his consistency. He rolled up into like CTL and played like 10 matches in a row without dying, without 800k or something ridiculous. Like he's got just that insane consistency. And then of course Myles been in the community a long time, and supposedly doesn't have a 1.2 still, despite having some ridiculous pace chokes. So he's probably capable of some pretty big scores here. Also Myles, the former DAS player, he's a tapper now, which is another interesting aspect to think about. Eren's always been a tapper. So it's a fun match. There's pretty varied playstyles between them, I think. I think Myles is also pretty consistent in general with matches. He's definitely got a lot of match experience. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to expect here, but I think it's definitely going to be something good. So yeah.
Indeed, it will be something good. These guys have played a number of times. They're starting to spark their own rivalry. And when we talk about rivalries, we talk about trash talking. These guys had a number of things to say, not about their gameplay, but about each other. So ladies and gentlemen, get prepared for the promo videos. You know you love them. Let's check out what Eren and Myles had to say about each other.
Hi, I'm Eren. I'm a CTWC player. I won Champion Summit. I played in both Masters and Challengers, getting to the top 8 in Masters and the semis in Challengers. I have good match experiences.
And that was actually overhead by a little bit. 644,000 per hand, 629 for Geo.
Oh no, misdrop for Geo. And that's gonna do it. He's gonna top out at 629, so Eren at 655 has done it. Eren taking the set over Geo, and Eren is your CTL Season 10 4-5 Champion Summit winner.
And I'm going to be playing Myles in this super hype match. Myles, of course, one of the most toxic, awful people in the community. Complete awful person. I've had no good experiences with him. All the matches I've played have been awful. You know, really bad sportsman overall. So I'm really ready to just take him down.
But Eren is not letting up. He's continuing to Tetris now. He's gotten back into a bit of a groove. He's at 725,000 on level 21. That's a phenomenal score.
It's really important to me also. I really want to play him. I mean, I've beat him once, but he's beat me 3 times. And just even, not just in that way, but since I started playing, since like May, I've heard Myles' name. I've watched him play in CTWC. He played super well there. So I always thought he was one of the best. I thought he was the great. And I would, if I get to beat him, finally, if I get to beat him again, I think it would really cement myself as one of the best. It would really show me that I can compete on the highest level and succeed. Not just qualify, but win. So it would really, really be a great honor to win. I think it would really, really make me proud to say that I can do it. And I'm coming for you, Myles. Get ready. Get destroyed.
Bro.
What is up, Classic Tetris fans? The day of reckoning is fast approaching, and I'm going to be talking about my participation in that event.
He is known to the hundreds of thousands of his TikTok fans as simply Myles TG. But to the Tetris community, we know that he is more than just a TikTok star. He is one of the top CTWC 64 players. It is still one of the King's Fave 5s. It's Myles the Great!
So, let me talk about myself a little bit. I've gotten 200 max outs, which is almost the amount of people that have maxed out the game in total. I've gotten 1.1s with dash and tapping, showing that I'm a master of both playstyles, and you can come at me with any playstyle, and I can match it and win easily.
He's ahead by 9,000 points, and he's got a top out of 559. 559 is Jake's final score, so Myles has to get to 560. He's in trouble here, but he can still try to figure it out. And oh, and get a beautiful triple. There it is. He got it. Oh, Myles. And Myles can just coast to the finish line. Myles doesn't want to finish in second. He wants to win the damn match. Just so you can tell everybody. Beat my dad. I beat my brother.
I've also gotten 17th place in the CTWC of 2020, which is the hardest one so far, and I only got one spot behind Corian, who got second place in 2019. Now, my opponent, Eren, many people know him. He's a so-called toxic player in the community, you know. People don't like him as much, so I'm sure I'm going to be the favorite going into this. And, you know, last time we played, he barely beat me. He had to pull off a 1.1 and play the best comp performance of his life. So I beat him every other time we played, and if it takes his best comp performance to barely beat me, he's gonna have to bring it harder this time, because I've been preparing even more. So yeah, this match means a lot to me, because if I'm able to win against Eren, that's just gonna cement my spot as the better player, showing Eren that I am just overall better than him, and that he can come at me any day, dash or tap, and I can take him down easier. So I'm gonna show you that I can take him down easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for this next matchup. You've heard these guys talking it out. The time for talk is now over, and it's time for the Money in the Bank match. Introductions, please, on the left-hand side. He is known as Toxic in the community. He said a lot of toxic things in his promo video. But the one thing he can say is that he's a hell of a player. He's won the Champion Summit in CTL for Division 4, 5, and 3. I think at that time they were 3, 4, 5, whatever. But he's a Champion Summit winner. He's been to CTWC. A little bit of the bubbly. And he's ready to climb the ladder and take that briefcase. Ladies and gentlemen, he is cool as ice and a member of the King's Fave 5 for 2021. Eren! And on the right-hand side, his opponent working out on the Tetris gym. So he knows all of his achievements on that ROM are invalid. But it doesn't matter, because he told you it doesn't matter if he plays with tap, it doesn't matter if he plays with dash, he'll still find a way to beat your ass. He's a TikTok superstar, and he's still part of the King's Fave 5, not from just 2021, but from 2020 as well. He is Myles the Great! And with me to call this one, my favorite commentator, the Hydra Dude. Welcome in, sir.
And Kingsman, thank you. It's very flattering that I'm your favorite commentator. I don't believe that, but
How dare you? Why doesn't anybody ever believe what I say? Am I that much of a meme that everything I say you guys don't believe? Unbelievable. Tristan believes it. See, he's pogging in the chat for you.
Well, Tristop's great.
Of course,
he's just great.
he is great. The two of you probably had one of the greatest CTWC matches of all time. So remember that.
Oh yeah, that's my best match performance.
Yeah. Well, let's see if these guys can have the best match performance of their lives, because this is a Money in the Bank match. How this works, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this one will take that briefcase in the middle. They'll win it, and they will be able to carry it around and challenge the Friendlies champion whenever they feel like it. Currently, Matt Martin holds that title. So if they say, hey, Matt, I want to play you, he's got to say yes. He has no choice. It could happen at maybe a next Super Show. It could happen this Friday night. Who the hell knows? But it's up to them and whoever's going to be the winner to take it. Rules are simple. It's a level 18 all the way only in this one. So I am stoked to be able to call it along with the Hydra Dude. So players, if you're ready to go, let's do it. Eren says he's ready and asks, should we do SPS? Ooh, that makes things even more interesting there, Hydra Dude.
Oh yeah, it's always a lot of fun to see a same piece sets match. Especially, we're talking about openers earlier. Like, that's one of the coolest things about same piece sets. You get to see how far they make the exact same placements for. Because sometimes it's a pretty long time.
And they've agreed. They will do it.
Awesome.
Mr. Valor upset that I put him in this pickle. He loves these guys, I guess. He doesn't know who to root for.
You just have to root for high scores instead of a player winning.
So true. Hydra's such a gentleman, telling you exactly what you should do. 55 B9 25 is the SPS seed. They're gonna use your ROM there, Hydra Dude. Is that nice?
Yeah, that's... I don't know, I can't articulate the feeling it gives me to let that, like, people use the stuff that I made. Like, I made this so long ago now. I don't know, it's really cool.
We're gonna hang the briefcase. It's like they do in wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not a fan of wrestling, WrestleMania is going on today. When they do a Money Bank match, it's on a ladder. King didn't get a ladder to put in here, but this is where that's gonna go. It's gonna go right up there at the top of this scene. One of them is gonna take that briefcase home and be able to cash in the contract when they want. This will be good no matter who wins, says Eren. That doesn't sound toxic at all. They're ready. Are you ready, Hydra Dude? If you are, let's count them down.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And here we go. Double long bars to start.
Double long bar start. That is impossible in the normal game, actually.
And Myles is like, what
the
the
legendary.
hell? Myles is like, what the hell? How funny is that, Hydra Dude?
That's hilarious. I've never seen that come up in the same piece sets, but I know that it's not possible in the normal game, so these players have probably never seen that before. Nobody has.
Well, you got it here on the Friendlies WrestleMania show. First time ever. And I'm so glad the man who made that ROM is here to enjoy that. That is, without question, history being made. Oh, my word. Amazing.
Well, actually, if they've played Top Tapia before, they may have seen double long bar starts. But not in the same piece sets, probably.
I guess. Wow. Unbelievable. 114,000 for Myles, 77,000 for Eren. So Myles showing that his stacking is superior at this time. Man, Eren, it looked like he whipped that long bar all the way to the left side there. Oof. Just like snapped it all the way.
Eren's pretty fast. Like, I think he's a contender for clearing 19.5 with his tapping speed. Actually, I'm not sure. He might have already done that. I don't know.
We'll have to ask him in the chat. If he had done it, I'm surprised he didn't mention it on his list of achievements there, you know? He said he was too busy. He was too busy trashing Myles. It's a sign. That's a sign of a true toxic person. Would you agree, Hydrant?
Oh yeah, absolute most toxic person in the. I can't even get the words out. He's so toxic, man.
Really? Well, we'll see if Myles can be the hero, or will Eren be the villain? Sure, Tugi around probably says, "No, I'm the villain," but no. Might have a new villain in town here. 232 for Myles. 239 for Eren. Myles gets another Tetris to go to 255, and he fixes up that left side easily. So early days here, Hydra Dude, not much to talk about. Both guys playing pretty efficient Tetris.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty standard start for two players of this caliber. Myles, it's a very large staircase there. It needs a T-piece to fix that. Or I guess burning a Z works too. But yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to say here. Just standard play. Ooh, that's a nice tap on that Z piece from Myles. They're both on potential 600k transitions here, which is pretty unusual to see both players like that. But yeah, just some great play.
Yeah, just a great play, great pieces. I mean, obviously the Lombard counts, you can see it right there. It was tied for the highest piece at 31. So they're getting the fruitful Lombards when they have the good stacks. And that is the difference. And Eren, you see that, he gets the difference because he had a stack built up very high. He got the 2 Lombards, he got the 2 scores. Myles could only get the 1. He wasn't built out for the second. So 354 for Myles, 377 for Eren.
Seems we've picked a good seed here with not very many droughts. So hopefully it continues.
I hope so, because then we can have ourselves a really barn burner of a game for the start to this one. Also, I'd be remiss to not mention, I was asked before this match had started, King, can we count this match not just for the briefcase, for the Money in the Bank, but these guys happen to be in the same division for a CTL, and they still have to play each other. So they said, King, we just need one more game to reach the 50% threshold, which is due today. Can we count this as well? And you know how I feel about ELO rated matches on Friendlies, right, Hydra Dude?
They're not allowed.
They're not allowed. That defeats the purpose of that. But because both these guys are in my Fave 5 like you were once, and you know, I didn't want to put them in that precarious situation, I have agreed that this will also count for CTL. What a nice guy.
Nice of you, King. Very generous.
It was. I had to put in the chat. I had to put in the Discord there that I begrudgingly will restream this match during this show. Because that defeats the purpose of what we started Friendlies for. It's supposed to be no ELO. But lately, Myles has been a little sneaky. He's been sneaking in some ELO match. He did it to Tugi about a week ago, where he snuck in a Nations League match with Somalian captain on a friendly episode. I mean, this guy's getting sneaky these days. He's getting sneaky.
People just trying to get ELO into your matches.
That's total bullshit here, but what's not bullshit is that these guys are playing really good here. 546 for Eren, 545 for Myles. They both hit Tetrises. They're at the same exact piece. So this is going to be a really, really fun 19 plus we're about to watch.
Yeah, oh wow, that simul Tetris. They really are at the exact same position in the sequence. Same line count, basically the same score. Another simul Tetris.
Oh my word. Eren will burn in. Myles didn't want to. Myles trying to hold out for 1. He's still on 18.
Take the lead on the sequence then, because he's gonna play more 19.
Exactly, and there you go. 667 for Eren, 639 for Myles. Myles hits his Tetris to go to 663. Myles is 2 lines behind, but this game is absolutely neck and neck, Hydra Dude, separated by 3,000 points.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be really serious post-transition here. Myles ending up in the dig first. Longbar was probably supposed to get all the way over, but didn't. And yeah, he has to get a good tap over for taking the J piece. He's trying to play this conservative, which is very respectable. However, Eren has actually been able to take the lead, so he wants to clean this up as soon as possible.
708 for Eren, 681 for Myles. Myles has got that board cleaned up. Eren now the one that has some work to do. Myles hits the Tetris to go to 711. They are neck and neck here. Myles with the better board, so he's got the advantage, although that Z piece not to his liking. So now he is in a little bit of a dig, just like Eren. 720 on the left for Eren, 717 for Myles. They're on level 23. Eren is 2 lines ahead. Oh, that early shift there of the T for Myles. Little nasty. Oh, how did he get that J over there? Oh, God. Amazing move by Myles. Oh, but he can't have the tap fast enough to get the Z left, and he's done at 722. And Eren at 729 survives this first game. GG's.
The close one, but unfortunately determined by a top out. Been nice to see that one to kill screen, but it definitely happens to the best of us.
Well, certainly will. So,
Yeah,
Eren, you are good, unless he's going to be toxic. He's going to mull this out. You think he's going to mull this out?
I'm not sure. Max outs might still be okay. Yeah. He's got to talk this out. I don't know. I thought maybe Eren still wants max outs that bad, but
I thought maybe he would do it. He would do it just on Myles, for the hell of it. You know how much he hates Myles, so. So GG's there for both. C26, it'll be C26 players, so make sure you get that going. Seed 26, thank you. Look at that evil grin from Eren. Oh, and he said something really toxic in the chat here. Myles blaming tapping speed when it's obviously just your stacking. Oof. Man. He hit Myles with that one. He hit him right in the face with that one. Wow.
yeah.
Brutal. All right, I got it ready from Eren. And he also adds a good luck there. Trying to be a nice sportsman. Well, we really know what he means.
All right. I wonder if we'll see.
Oh, I have a hover.
Again.
I have a hover 3 from Myles. My fault. Hydra, do you want to count him down? I totally missed. He's got a hover 3. My bad.
All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
I'm like waiting in the chat for a ready, and he had hover 3. He's doing the right thing, and I'm not paying attention.
Already diverging on the couple pieces in.
I'm too busy opening White Claws that I did not notice hover 3. How terrible.
You know, it just occurred to me that hover 3 like extra makes sense because you can it down from 3. Never thought of that before just now.
Yeah, I mean, you could add that element to that as well. I think the intention was that when Mudus came up with hover 3 was just because the 3 was above the 8. I think that's the only real logic.
I think
That's the only real logic behind that.
nice coincidence.
68,000 for Myles as he's underway here. Eren at 69,000. Hey now. Hydra, what do you think of that first game from both? Obviously, we're playing with same seeds, so they are using the same RNG, and it was really a fun 18 to watch, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, it was really nice 18. It just kind of fell apart on 19. I don't think either of them scored many Tetrises. So hopefully this game we can see some better 19 than last game.
So let me ask you, Hydra, would you prefer as a player to have a nice high 18 and then maybe not get a higher score, but maybe try to survive through like Eren did? Or would you prefer to maybe just try to work your way through and then get a higher post in the 19 plus when you're playing a match?
So you're saying like in a match, do I prefer to have the lead on 18 or to try to claw it back on 19?
No,
it's way easier to have the lead on 18.
Well, no, clearly. No, what I'm saying is as a player, like if you're going to end up trying to max out and go to kill screen, would it be to you as a player? Like, do you feel more accomplished that you had a nice high 18 transition, but then you got to kind of line it out sort of to kill screen. I mean, you'll hit your Tetrises here and there, but for the most part, kind of like how Eren was kind of just running through there, kind of getting to, level 25 at, close to 800. Would you pretty much like to see that more often? Like, you feel like you're more accomplished in that regard, or would you rather have like a regular maybe 400k 18 game and then have a nice high transition post?
I definitely feel more accomplished if I get a high post than if I get a high 18. I think like getting a high transition in 18 is very luck based. And I guess, well, that also applies to post-transition, but I don't know. 19's harder, so I feel better if I do better at 19 than at 18 in general. So, yeah, I think that's where I stand on that. I would be more proud of having a really nice post-transition. Like, there's also the element that it's sort of like a comeback sort of thing, so it also feels cool in that way.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of wanted to see what your thought was in that regard. From a player perspective, clearly you would like to feel better that you had a nice high post transition, because that kind of rejuvenates you, knowing that you had a bad 18 game but your 19 plus was outstanding to get a nice high score.
Yeah, I mean, but also like in terms of match play, I think it's fine if you're sort of lining it out on 19, because like what matters the most is getting to kill screen with like a decent score, I think. So like if I did have a really good 18 and just sort of coasted to a low score on 19, I still wouldn't feel that bad, especially if I managed to win the game. If I lost the game with a really high transition and like screwed up really bad on 19, that would feel pretty bad. But I think generally I feel proud as long as I make it to the end, I think.
These guys should feel pretty proud because they're enduring a drought here, Hydra Dude. They have maintained that board so well. And finally, a long bar comes from Myles. We'll see. Eren's is right there. So Eren's about a couple of pieces behind on the sequence. He's at 429. Myles is at 394. That was while you were giving you a little diatribe there, that was a long drought for both guys. And it was nice to see that they endured.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't even notice they were getting droughted. They were playing so well. It didn't look like there was any problems happening. So, ooh, what is Eren going for here?
Gonna go for a nice, dirty triple there. So he's trying to open up that set. Yeah, they get the nice J. Interesting that he put that line bar over to that right side. I know some players may feel that that long bar needs to go left to build out that left a little higher.
I think that was a good placement of that long bar because, well, actually, let's make sure he doesn't die here. Hang on.
Nice double with that L piece. Would love a J or the long bar. Yes, he'll get that. That L gets placed over there. Oh, but he's going to hang the square. Let's see what he could do. He's going to try to bridge something across, but more. He's way too high up, and that'll do it.
Doesn't get it. Darn.
It's finished. 470 is Eren's top out score. Myles at 519. Do a little screen checking. But he's good. He will take game number 2. And we are tied up. 1-1. GG's.
Yeah, as I was about to say with that particular long bar, the thing is that you have this formation above your well where you have a single Mino on the well, and it's sort of floating there. And the only way that you're actually going to be able to clear that away is with a long bar or a T. So it's usually good to put a long bar there as long as it's not exceedingly high, because that's the cleanest way to resolve it and to get open again.
Yeah, Eren is going to take a look at the game film later on to see exactly where he made that mistake. And of course, the coach comes in and says, "I can tell you, Eren, just ask me later." What a shock. All right, I have a hover 3 from Myles.
The mistake there was just a mistap. Like,
well, at the end of the day, that's always going to be the big mistake. But here we go.
Yeah.
We got crucial game 3 coming up in 3-2-1 Tetris. The money in the bank hanging up high. One of these guys will take the prize and have the contract to play the champ, whoever that is. Currently, right now, is Matt Martin. But you never know. That could change hands because coming up next, it will be the #1 contender spot to the Friendlies Championship. The Legends are back and will duke it out for that chance to play Matt Martin at an upcoming Friendlies. Quaid, Josh Tolles, and boom, Tetris with Jeff in a triple threat match. Hydra Dude, can you imagine these guys playing in a triple threat? How insane is that going to be?
It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like there's so much intensity with all those players, and like it's just gonna be crazy. Like I can't wait to see that triple threat match.
Yeah, a lot of people frown on having three-way matches. You know, I know Dog was one to kind of make it popular for a while with his CTB action, his championships, and some other stuff that he does. He likes doing the three-way match. We've seen them in CTL. So the King said, let me see if I can set one up, and we got a scene here for three-way matches. We tested it. Myles got to be the first one to try it, and it worked out pretty well as he beat up Beast and Shen and Puppy Ball, his Tetris family. He pretty much destroyed them.
Yeah. Would you mind explaining to me how exactly the triple threat match is going to work here? Because I'm not super clear on the rules on those. It's pretty uncommon.
Yeah, trust me, those guys probably will not be clear on them either. So here's how the triple threat will work. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, let me give a quick score check. 188 for Myles, 191 for Eren as we are 40 lines in. Pretty nice, clean, calm boards going on. So the triple threat works. It'll be a race to 7. Players need to get 7 crowns in order to win the match. So the player with the highest score will earn 2 crowns for the win. Player with the second highest score will earn 1 crown for second place, and then the lowest score will earn no crowns. So that's how each round will go until we can get to the person that has 7. So it's very similar to what's being done in CTL. Oh, that T doesn't get over. Oh, God! Myles! Oh, you could see that was just like either that was a really slow tap or that terrible dash. He's done at 194. Eren at 284. Takes game number 3, and we're up 2-1. GG's. Wow, what happened there, Hydra Dude? That was that just like it looked like he didn't have either a good tap going, or if he was dashing, totally lost it.
Yeah, I mean, plain and simple is just a 2 Hz moment. Like it's you get those now and then, and there's just nothing you can do about them. It's a really hard part of the game when you're a tapper. But of course, I mean, best players have a similar thing. You'll have your early shifts that just ruin your game. I would assume that he was tapping there. I think he would try to do it with Das. But yeah.
All right, we have a ready from Eren and a hover 3 from Myles. Hydra Dude, go ahead, count them down for this pivotal game 4 now.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. Doing a mirror of each other's starting moves, and put the square on the left and Mouse put the square on the right. Of course, after that, it diverged a whole lot. They both had that big pile of long bars on the left top.
Yeah, it's always kind of fun to see that people have that. We talked about that earlier, the different stacking method and just what they see the board differently and how they want to operate. It's always nice to see that.
Yeah. And Eren has apparently played the opening sequence better because he's still going perfect. Myles with about 4 burns so far.
So it kind of shows you that Myles' method didn't work out so well versus Eren, who clearly off to a much better start. 91,000 for Eren. As Hydra mentioned, he's playing perfect the first 16 lines. Myles is at 53,000 through his 17.
Playing perfect in a match is always terrifying because like you start to get this idea in your head that you gotta keep going perfect. When in reality, you're already in the lead. It doesn't matter if you burn. So hopefully Eren doesn't fall into that pitfall. Yeah, there we go. He takes his burns. There we go. That's good.
And Myles is in a world of trouble here. And he's going to hang that long bar. He can't believe it. Oh, my God. No 800K race there. At 57,000, Myles is finished. And Eren at 144 has enough of the score to say game 4 is no more. All right, dude, what a stunning end there. Not exactly how Myles would have looked to finish it out. But
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise. I was expecting some more post-transition here, but just didn't really come together for Myles there, and just a couple early cop-outs. It's unfortunate.
it really is. That's just saddens my heart there. But what doesn't sadden mine is that luckily it was a Fave 5 that won this, so congratulations. We're gonna go to the winner scene in just a moment if I can find it. There it is. There he is. Transition over, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. He's the winner. It's cool as ice, Eren. One of the most toxic players in all the classic Tetris. He said he was gonna come out and beat Myles, and he did what he came out to do. Congratulations to Eren. He is the winner of this Money in the Bank match, and now he has the chance to face the champ wherever, whenever. Congratulations to Eren. What a great job by him. Hi, dude. How can a guy that looks so sweet be so toxic? Like, how is that even possible?
I don't know. It's just a twisted man. I don't know what happened to him, but something went wrong somewhere.
Something indeed went wrong. Somebody give that kid a haircut. He gotta cut his hair. It's way too long. Good game, Myles. Well, it was very nice of him to write that. And he's a nice guy at the end of the day. Toxic, but nice. So congratulations to him. And he gets to carry the briefcase. Wow. Look at him. Let's see. Where's that briefcase? Let me get out of this mode. Let's see. What's he writing there now? Thanks for the commentary. I guess he's talking to you, Hydrant. Look at that. There it goes. There's his
I'm sure he's
briefcase.
talking to both of us.
There's his briefcase. Look at that. He's got it right there. Take that with you, young man. Make sure you wear a mask, though. Gotta still have a mask wherever you go. Nice briefcase. So he's gonna write one more message. Let him write his message. Was he writing an essay here? What he's doing? Come on. I will break
Break the
the leaderboard. Oh god.
I shouldn't have given him edit permissions to the Tetris leaderboard then. Maybe it's time to take them away.
Indeed. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking?